difference between them from their opening 3 games. Scotland and Norway have hardly made an auspicious start to their World Cup campaign. Scotland's 0-0 draw with Slovenia in their last match. Their first in qualifying simply underlines the need for a win here. Norway without a win in their opening 2 qualifiers. Jackie McNamara, Nigel Quasi, Stephen Presley and Malky Mackay all missed this vital international through injury. Russell Anderson of Aberdeen is drafted into central defence. He could be in for a busy afternoon. Gary Holt of Norwich City in the Premiership wins his 9th cap playing in midfield. And there's a place for the Portsmouth midfield player Richard Hughes, who was called up in midweek. He was only named as a reserve. Eric Horgan of Vålerenga wins his first cap in the Norwegian back 4. Several of this team have experience playing in Britain, including Thomas Myhre, Klaus Lundekvam, John Arne Riise and Stefan Iversen. There's a recall in attack for John Carew, who's looking to add to his 11 international goals he's scored for Norway. The last 4 meetings of these countries have all ended in a draw. Is it going to be another tight affair? Scotland have not lost a competitive game here since England won on this ground in a European Championship playoff 4 years ago, so that's a pretty good record to defend. Horgan with the header. Tries to pick out Stefan Iversen. There's a bit of tugging there involving Gary Holt. Stefan Iversen. And there is Bertie Vogts, who certainly has his critics at the moment. Scotland need a win as much for Bertie Vogts as for their own World Cup qualifying ambitions. And here's John Carew for Norway. Holt is there. Carew is past him, and danger here for Scotland. Carew, and almost squeezed in by Jan Derek Sorens. What a terrific run here by John Carew. Got away from Holt, got away from Caldwell, and tried to squeeze the ball back. Jan Derek Sorens with a corner, and the goalkeeper Craig Gordon of Hearts makes a good stop. There's Arge Hareide, the Norwegian coach. Barry Ferguson here for Scotland. Turned on by Dickoff. Hughes. And now Gary Caldwell, the right back. First real attack here for Scotland. Caldwell. And Dickoff. And Ferguson! Neat ripple of passes there for the Scots. And no great end product. Thomas Myhre hardly troubled at all by that one. Only the ball boys troubled by it. Hosett, and he sets off towards goal. He has a beating of Gary Caldwell. A teasing cross to Carew, and almost all the way through to Stefan Iversen. And already John Carew has advertised his danger as the front man there for Norway. This time Stefan Iversen beaten in the air by Gary Holt. It's a corner kick to the Norwegians. Hosett to take the corner. Magna Hosett, who plays for Copenhagen. Carew! John Carew, who's in terrific club form for his new side Besiktas. You can see now why he's been drafted in. McFadden trying to kick-start Scotland here, and James McFadden's done well. Eventually run out of it, but the end result is a corner kick for Scotland. Bertie Vogts searching his side for a bit more aggression here. McFadden with the corner, and Dickoff, and Hughes. Scotland claimed the ball across the line before Iversen cleared it. There's a real sense of injustice here for the Scots. There's Richard Hughes, who stabbed the ball in from close range after Dickoff's shot had been blocked there. Had the ball crossed the line. There's a suspicion it had. Iversen was behind the line, but was the ball? Carew. Hosett slams the ball into Gary Caldwell of Hibs. Scotland have to concentrate now. They feel they should have had a goal when Everson cleared the ball, but Everson's now at the other end, trying to get on the end of this corner. A free header by Horgan, well held by the goalkeeper Craig Gordon. Eric Horgan, who's scoring his international debut. Risa with the throw. Goalless at half-time, but the Scots could have wished for an awful lot more. And Stephen Hughes claimed that goal after it appeared his shot had crossed the line. And still the recriminations will continue from the Scottish team to the Belgian referee. But at half-time, it's Scotland 0, Norway 0.
Coming up, we've got
the national meeting of Scotland and Norway, goalless at half-time. Scotland have only ever lost once against the Norwegian senior side. That was back in 1963. Risa here for Norway. Ferguson on towards Fletcher and Dickoff and McFadden now. Fletcher wants the ball back and McFadden tries to find half a yard. Hosset and Carew, and he's run the ball out of play. Now Bertie Vogts has been sent to the stands after taking his protests about that disallowed Scottish goal too far, and he'll be banned from the touchline for the next international as well. Hughes was waiting in the middle, the ball never quite came his way. Larson. Good turn by Solly. Tries to pick out Carew. Carew up against Anderson here. Really sturdy tackle by Russell Anderson from Aberdeen. Hosset with the corner. Onto the head of Lundekvam, it's handball on the line. I think we're going to have a red card here. Surely McFadden has to go, and indeed he's sent off for instinctively raising his hand to stop that ball stealing over the line. A mistake here by Craig Gordon, the goalkeeper, caught in no man's land, and McFadden will be suspended for the next match after this deliberate handball. And a penalty now for Norway. Stefan Everson to take it, coolly dispatched. Scotland are a goal down and a player down, and their manager banished to the stands, and the Norwegian flags are flying in celebration. Really well struck penalty there by Stefan Everson. Now with Vålerenga. Fletcher. Darren Fletcher of Manchester United. He's dug out a cross here. Cleared though by Bergdolmo. And Norway can counter-attack. This is where Scotland have to beware. Carew. Great tackle to win the ball back. Ferguson. Dickoff. Free kick to Scotland. Don't actually believe Stefan Everson agreed with the referee there. Everson walloped Dickoff in the back. No shortage of vocal encouragement for the Scots. But can the team translate that into a goal? Dickoff! Well, Horgan was holding him back just prior to Dickoff shooting here. But Dickoff managed to turn him and wasn't too far away. Bergdolmo. Horgan. Andre Bergdolmo now with Borussia Dortmund. Carew. Jan Gunnar Solly. Smashes the ball into Gary Naismith. Well, the Norwegian coach looks unimpressed, but his team have done what they set out to do here, frustrate Scotland. and they've pinched a vital away goal. There's an opening here for Norway to make it 2-0. Oh! Morten Gamst Pedersen chipped the ball over the goalkeeper, but also the crossbar. Easily Norway's best opportunity of the second half, and Scotland lucky not to be 2-0 behind. Fletcher in towards Holt, picked up by Morten Gamst Pedersen. Barry Ferguson. If only Scotland had another 10 Barry Fergusons. Trying to pick out Miller. Going to Scotland. There's an urgency and passion about Scotland now. Change of boot for John Carew. Miller. Fletcher's cross. Oh, it struck the top of the crossbar. Thomas Myra almost caught out with this one. I think he thought it was going out. Corner kick taken by Fletcher. Time is running out for Bertie Vogt's team. Time is running out for Bertie Vogt's. And here come Norway again. And Frode Jansson's through the middle here, trying to stay on side. This should be Craig Gordon's ball, indeed it is. John Arne Riise charging forward. Craig Gordon acting as a makeshift sweeper here to launch the ball upfield. Scotland looking for a free kick for that push by Morten Gamst Pedersen. No foul. And Norway very close now to a victory, which will boost their World Cup qualification hopes. Miller. Half-hearted appeals for a penalty kick, but the referee waves play on. Scotland really are clutching at straws now as Miller helped the ball through. Pearson made a run, but he seemed to stumble rather than was pushed. And victory belongs to Norway, and Scotland's World Cup qualification hopes are in tatters. Norway set their sights on Germany and 2006. Scotland know they have to win their next international game, otherwise qualification will be little more than a dream. It's turning into a nightmare. Scotland 0, Norway 1.